Staying prepared, not scared. Hamilton County Schools announces that students will not have in-person classes for a total of 2 weeks.
Sydney Edwards has more on how this could impact parents, teachers, and most importantly, students. Sydney.
Josh and Kim, all after-school activities, field trips, and athletics are canceled starting today. And starting on Monday, so will after-school childcare. So what are parents supposed to do? That's just one of the concerns following the school district's decision.
We might take aggressive measures now to prevent greater disruption later.
Hamilton County Chief of Staff Nakia Towns-Edwards says students will be off for 2 weeks, and they're asking the school board to approve moving spring break up to during that 2-week period.
So this is out of an abundance of caution that we believe it is prudent at this time to make sure that we consider the safety of course, our children and our families.
Towns-Edwards mentions that CDC reports show that people 19 and younger have a lower risk of getting severe symptoms, but that doesn't mean students aren't carriers for others.
So the child may be at school barely showing symptoms, comes home and brings it home to grandma or grandpa, and that's serious.
East Hamilton teacher Kendra Young says this has been a big concern for teachers.
That's the first time we've learned that we have students with parents with cancer and other immunocompromised situations, and we've got to think about those families.
Another concern, the students that rely on school meals, those on free and reduced lunches.
We understand that this is a disruption, but we do want to take care of kids who might have been depending on us.
Towns-Edwards says they still will have lunches for students. She says they also will not be spending these 2 weeks without school work.
We have put together a learning packet for K-12 for every grade level that should cover about a week and a half of activities for students.
Schools are moving more things online, but what about students without internet? Superintendent Brian Johnson says they'll have hard copies of work for them.
So we know that not everybody in our community has internet access, and we want to make sure that that's not a barrier to continuing learning.
School officials say 2 weeks could turn into longer, and they'll take the necessary steps to make sure students are still able to learn.
Now, salaried teachers will still be paid as regularly. However, school officials will have to make plans for their hourly employees. To concerned parents, Kendra Young says, reach out to your child's teacher. She says teachers want parents to know they are there and want to help in any way that they can. Josh.
Thank you, Sydney. The school board will have to vote on moving the date of spring break, a decision that could change things for all parents and teachers and students. We reached out to some school board members. Rhonda Thurman says she does not know if they can change the dates of spring break since the parents could have already made plans at this point. Tucker McClendon says this is uncharted territory, but he will do whatever health officials suggest.